Nigeria, I do not believe it was created by God. I don't believe it. A fellow called Top Goldman, his girlfriend, she named the country. And also Lugard. This nation was created for the business of the British purse. So they wouldn't have to bear the bill for the not as prosperous and wealthy part. And they had a deal concerning the Sudan. And those who care to buy the book, buy the book. It's written by a fellow called, the name of the book is The Martyrdom of Man. As far as Africa was concerned, two empires got together and decided that this land will go to the sons of Ishmael, of the British. And the British are not, let me say it another way, Awolowo, Tafawa Balewa, Amadu Bello, and Azikiwe. They are not the founding fathers of Nigeria, in my opinion. The founding fathers of Nigeria are some men from Whitehall and a fellow called Top Goldman, his girlfriend, she named the country, and also Lugard. This nation was created for the business of the British purse. So they wouldn't have to bear the bill for the not as prosperous and wealthy part, unwealthy part of the country. That part of the country was oriental in civilization, Eastern, particularly Middle Eastern. You cannot build the Nigerian identity without education. Nigeria by now should be the factory of Africa and the Western Hemisphere, yet we are the dumping ground for their second-hand and cheap goods. That means we need technical schools to come back. And these vastly poor people can get a quick education as to how to invent, how to manufacture. That's what China did. China is the factory of the world. She doesn't have enough capacity to give the whole world. We have people now who are poorer than their laborers. So we should be the factory. How are we going to get there? It's going to take men of justice and equity who will consider their total volition, their total preoccupation to determine how will we get this done. Draw a roadmap and then call the right people to build the nation whose builder and maker is God. That's not a 5-year job. It's not a 2-year job. It will take commitment, my belief, for at least 20 years. We may negotiate the U-turn and start the trajectory, but then hedge it in with concrete. So these mad people that think that the best industry in Nigeria is politics will not be able to find their way into government, any of the 3 R's. We don't need that anymore. And as we're speaking, your amen had better be loud, because I believe heaven has been waiting to hear this and to hear your amen. Because heaven will not act where men do not speak from conviction about what they want heaven to do on earth. Please give me a witness. I know you came for the sugar and the sweet. I will give you dessert soon. So the result is our country, though it is one of the wealthiest in the world, our nation is one of the poorest. Please understand the distinction between nation and country. Nation is a people subscribed, submitted to, and espoused to a value system of propriety, justice, and equity. If you give them a country, they will do good with the country. But if you give a motley crew a country, they will ruin the nation and the country. So which Nigerian is not corrupt? Which Nigerian? Because it has now become cultural and it has normalized. We don't see it as wrong anymore. The courts don't tell us the truth. And truth is not only to be told, it must be modeled. The second arm of government. Let me not go there. But if it is to be said, who will say it? If not now, when? If not the light of the world, who? If not the salt of the earth, who? The Bible says the church of God is the pillar and ground of truth. If everything else fails to tell the truth, the church must not depart from the truth. But I do believe that truth must never travel without love. And it mustn't travel faster than love. Otherwise, nobody's going to hear your truth. Grace and truth came. Grace means mercy. It infers love. But I need to get past all of that. Let's talk about the theology of the temple. There was an intentional shift that God, in 4 years, 1 trillion US dollars. Right now it is 200 billion US dollars. It is per capita. It used to be $3,000 plus per capita 10 years ago. So we have been going backwards in GDP. That's why you and me are struggling. That's why the bill for the experience is unthinkable. That's why paying for groceries is challenging. That's why we are all dieting now. And they look and say, you're so slim. They don't know the real deal. So there are three levels.
And we win. Always we win. Now listen. United Kingdom, the people that created you, you Nigerians, your creator, God did not create you. Stop. Every Nigerian should stop saying God is my creator. God did not create you. I can tell you who created you. And at the precise moment when she created you, I will say she, in this case, Flora Shaw. God did not create any Nigerian. The man that created you and the woman, they are both dead. That is why the zoo will die. United Kingdom was formed by the people of United Kingdom, not a foreigner. This intellectual rights. But the same United Kingdom will not allow we Black Africans to freely determine our own political future. Are you listening very carefully? Britain was formed by Scotland and England coming together in a meeting, in a sovereign national conference. Let's use that term. In a confab, they came together in a confab. And Scotland and England decided we are now going to be one under these terms. Some of you don't understand the United Kingdom because you call it London, so I forgive your ignorance. Do you know that in Scotland, United Kingdom, which is part of the UK, that they have entirely different judicial system. The Scottish court is called the Scottish Court of Sessions. In England, it's called the High Court or Appeal Court. In Scotland, they have sheriff till tomorrow morning. In England, you have chief constable. Different policing, different legislature. Scotland, they have their own flag. England have their own flag. Wales, they have their own flag. Northern Ireland, they have their own flag. Everybody's on their own. Even the education system is not the same thing. In Scotland, people still go to university for free. In England, you go with a loan. All these things are there. But do you know what I find astonishing? The same United Kingdom will not allow you to have the same thing that they have. Now, ask yourself this question. Why is it that they don't want you to have what they have? Now you understand it. Now you understand it. Black people, when will you receive sense? This UG, black. When will you receive? Britain is against restructuring. Britain presided over, should I say superintended, the slaughter of 5 million people because they don't want you to have what they have. Ojukwu went to Aburi to go and negotiate confederation, regionalism, the same thing you have in England. The British High Commissioner then in Lagos told the Fulani people to say no. The records are there. Ojukwu never went to Aburi to go and secede. Ojukwu went to Aburi to go and get what you're fighting for now was what Ojukwu was fighting for in 1967, but none of you knew. They used their propaganda BBC to deceive all of you. If you meet an average, illiterate, useless Nigerian, he will tell you, Ojukwu went to war, Ojukwu went to war, Ojukwu went to secession, seceded. That is why I said that, anyway, by force, they will receive sense. Intellectuals everywhere, black people, they eat their own flesh. You eat your own flesh. But when you see a white man, you jump up and start, you stand and you salute him immediately. That is why a vagrant, a street, a homeless white man can come to Africa and become a manager in a top company. You have no regard for who you are. But we are IPOB, and we have regard for who we are. Britain, they have restructuring. Scotland is on their own. Britain, why can't I have what you have? They say no because we're a nigger. We created you. How can they are playing God? We created Nigeria. Every Nigerian is a British product. Some of you are like a factory product to them. You are like a factory product. And the worst factory product you can ever have is the one that doesn't know that he or she is a factory product. I'm very sad indeed. Britain, give us what you have. Common restructuring Britain will not allow us to have. This is what is called total control. They own you. Fulani are doing what they because Britain is behind them. Fulani can kill all of you. No, yeah, Britain will say it's farmer header clash. Farmer header clash. Farmer header clash. They are raping your mother. Fulani Janjaweed is on top of your mother with AK-47, raping her in front of you. You are calling the British High Commissioner. Come and say, it's farmer header clash. You are farmer header clashing on top of a woman. Is that farmer header clash? Is that farmer header clash? I ask of you. Black Africans, even the United Kingdom, have a better political prospect than those in Africa. This is the reality that we black people have failed to confront. A black person in England, in the UK, has a better political future than a black person in his father's compound in Africa somewhere. The worst thing to ever happen to Nigeria is the primitive feudal mindset of the Fulani Janjaweed, aided and abetted by British neocolonialists. I do not honestly think that any African country, honestly speaking, qualifies to be a member of the UN. What we have in Africa are artificially created political enclaves under the domination of their colonial masters. It is called neocolonialism. The brain of a black person is designed to engineer hardship. Why do you think they shut down all the factories? Why do you think there is no electricity? Because they want to make you poor. English, Scottish, Welsh, they came together in 1707 to form a union. They decided to call their new formed union, Union Kingdom. The union was between the Kingdom of England and the Kingdom of Scotland. The Kingdom of Ireland joined them in 1801. The union became the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Even they respect Ireland, even united based on common goals and interests. And they had a treaty. Where is the Treaty of Nigeria that bound Nigeria to? Where is the treaty that says that a Yoruba man must be in a country with Fulani man? Where is the treaty that says a Gwari man must be in the same country with a Nupe man? Where is the treaty? Where is it? None. A white man is your treaty. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. England, they have their own flag. Everybody, anyway, and they have a Union Jack. Go and look at the Union Jack, the United Kingdom flag, the British flag. You will see that every nation is there in that flag. They don't want us to have the same thing. Do you know that even their passports are different, their currencies are... Do you know that in Scotland, the pound in Scotland is issued by the Royal Bank of Scotland or by Bank of Scotland? It is different from the one issued by the Bank of England. Are you people aware? But I keep asking myself, why is it that Britain, you have all these things, You don't, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You created us. I'm sorry. We don't have any say. Sorry, sir. Sorry. Sorry, Colonial Master. I spoke out of turn. What has one Nigeria done for you? One Nigeria only succeeded in giving you poverty, in giving you nepotism, bloodshed, discrimination, tribalism, just name it. At no time in the history of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria did these zoo animals called Nigerians ever sit down to discuss why they need to be together. All they do is to preach peace and unity without the ingredients of peace and unity. You come to my land and you kill me and you're asking me to be peaceful. How is that possible? And now, please, there is something that I want us to listen to very carefully. I want us to listen to this very, very carefully, please, because I want to play this if it will let me. If at all it would let me, I would like to play it. I would like to play it because it is very, very important that I play this very evening. I need to play it. Our people need to understand what is happening, what is going on. I want to play it. I do. Seriously, I want to play it. And as soon as I get it, it was an interview on Channels Television, and I want you to listen to the final detail of that very conversation. It is very, very important. The final details of that conversation is key for people to understand what I'm talking about. Now, listen. I want it is from Channels Television. I want you to listen to this very interview very, very carefully, please. Very, very carefully. Please listen.
Recent times, we've also seen even Fulani ethnic groupings suffer some of this violence. In Sokoto State, for instance, the people who were attacked were Fulani in Zamfara State.
This girl is defending at Channels TV. She is defending Fulani Janjaweedism because they give her money. Maybe one of them have taken her to Dubai to do shopping. She has bought, I think she bought a new blouse. I've not seen her before because her wardrobe is very poor. She bought a new blouse now and changed her glasses. So whoever took her to Dubai, she needs to defend the person's interest. That's what she's doing. Let us listen to what the girl has to say. This is the main anchor on whatever her name is, on Channels TV. One of those doing the bidding of Fulani Janjaweed. Listen.
For instance, the people who were also attacked. Just a moment. The people who were attacked were also Fulanis in Kebbi State, where we also understand that there is a vibrant farmer Fulani population. They have also suffered some violence from this so-called herdsmen. So can we really say it's about an ethnic group, or is it, something that we're yet to really put a finger on?
To be honest with you,
Listen,
I
please.
use the word Fulani as a generic term. That we have armed militias, many of them from foreign lands. When you speak Hausa, and I speak Hausa like a native, I speak it better than my maternal language.
This is my life here.
Okay? And when somebody opens their mouth, you know precisely what kind of Hausa they have. Whether it is Hausan Kano, Hausan Zaria, Hausan Zazzau, Hausan Kasana, Hausan Sokoto. And when you know Hausan Niger, Hausan Mali, you know it. Many of these people are foreigners. We call them Fulanis because that is what they call themselves. And but I think this is more than just Fulanis. But I think you are, if I may respectfully disagree with you, the killings in Zamfara ethnic, it is actually Fulanis killing normal Habbe Hausa people, indigenous Hausa.
Did you hear that? Fulani are killing indigenous Habbe Hausa people. This is from Dr. Mailafia. He speaks Hausa more than most Hausa people. Are you listening? Do you want the same thing to happen to you? Hausa gave them everything. Gave them Gobert. Gave them all their cities. Killed their kings for them. Fulani is not happy. Even after nearly 200 years, Fulani is still killing. They are killing Hausa today. They have houses. The funniest thing is that they convinced these Hausas to help them to kill their kings. And the idiots agreed. Today they're killing them. In other words, who pulls on them? And those of you working for the Janjaweed, It doesn't matter what you do. In the end, they will kill you. Let us listen to this very erudite, intelligent, composed, polished, and intelligent man speaking. You know, I am drawn to intelligence. When I see people who are genuinely intelligent, I'm drawn to them. That's who will go. Listen to the points the man is making. Hausa is in trouble. Hausa Fulani. They say, let's unite. Hausa Fulani. They are killing Hausa. Fulani is killing Hausa. And then let's unite. It's something they want to do to you. Listen, please. Let us learn from those that know.
Call them Fulanis because that is what they call themselves. And but I think it is more than just Fulanis. But I think you are, if I may respectfully disagree with you, the killings in Zamfara ethnic, it is actually Fulanis killing normal Habbe Hausa people, indigenous Hausa people. And Birningwari, majority of them are Muslims, but they are Bagi people. Birningwari, the city of the Bagi.
In Sokoto?
In Sokoto, it is mostly the farmers that are being attacked.
In Kebbi?
In Kebbi, the same thing.
The farmers who are sometimes, and most times, Fulani as well.
Have you ever come across a Fulani farmer? I think you're making this up, Mope. There's no such thing as a Fulani farmer. There's no such thing in the geomorphology of rural
There
society.
are Fulani people who are settled. There are Fulani people who own land in this country, aren't there?
There are extremely few, and we don't really... You can call them Fulanis, but Fulani Ngida who have lost their language and so on and so forth, we hardly even refer to them as Fulani.
He even knows the nomenclature. Fulani Ngiwa, or whatever, I don't know. This man is very bright. Listen to him, please.
We hardly ever refer to them as Fulani. The real Fulanis we talk about are the pastoralists. There are settled Fulanis, of course, but many of them are clerics, Islamic clerics. They are teachers, they are scholars, and they are the aristocracy, by the way. They are the aristocracy. So those of them who are farmers are an extremely small population. Extremely small population.
But they exist.
Trust me, I have been...
They exist nonetheless.
They do exist.
This is from research done by other journalists. I mean, I haven't had the privilege of doing the research myself.
Yes.
But I have read from other journalists who have. They have been to those places and they can identify Fulani population who are farmers and have also faced this crisis of having to deal with this so-called herdsmen.
But we're talking in basic general terms. What's the percentage of those people that are actually farmers? I don't dispute. Just like, in fact, there are Birom people, there are Chief people who actually earn cattle. And I wouldn't, for that purpose, therefore, say that Middle Belt peoples are also pastoralists and so on and so forth. I mean, we should,
It's called demolishing a half-baked journalist. Demolition. Complete demolition. The fact that, what's it called? I know Umahi has about 3,000 heads of cattle. Does it mean that Igbo people of Igbo, they are pastoralists? She's trying to justify the killing of human beings by saying that the Fulani should be excused. They are also, that's a stupid argument. We are also suffering. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Listen.
Very precise, I think, in the social categorization of these people. Yes, indeed, there's nothing wrong. There would be some small percentage of Fulanis who own farms, and then there wouldn't be anything wrong with that. And that is not the issue. The issue is the scale and the genocidal level of ethnic cleansing that is going on in the Middle Belt.
So this has come up again because of this
in the Middle Belt.
Yes.
I said genocidal killings going on in the Middle Belt. The same Middle Belt that the Fulani is convinced to join hands with them to fight Biafra. That is why when I pray, I say, I can sing about let that hand they used to feed others poison. May they feed from it as well. And may they too be poisoned. The same Middle Belt, they convince Igbo man is your problem. Biafra is your problem. That is what Fulani does. Every time two of you will be fighting, they'll be busy advancing their agenda. Are you hearing it now? The Hausa gave them land, accommodated them. Today, Hausa people are being killed. During the war, they said to Middle Belt, Igbo man is your problem. Whenever you see them, kill them. They helped these people from the Middle Belt. They helped to kill Igbo people. Today, they themselves are being killed. what goes around, as they say. Listen.
It was saying,
Absolutely.
which some people say tends to come up every electoral cycle. The moment we're getting closer to an elections, we hear calls for restructuring and we begin to get much louder. We also seem to see some violence on the increase. Do you think they're connected?
No, they are not connected. You see, Maokwe, the call for restructuring has been going on for a long time. And I can tell you, in all sincerity, that I myself was quite skeptical about it at the very beginning.
He was a skeptic.
Some of us are real Nigerian patriots. We love Fulanis. We love Muslims. They are our people. We have no issue with that. The issue we have is with this ethnic cleansing that is going on. All men and women of conscience must reject it. We must draw a red line beyond which we will not longer accept it. And this nonsense has got to stop now. We reject it in total. And the call for restructuring is just right, because if this thing is going on with such a warped federal structure that we have, then it is better to have a proper federal system so that all the ethnic so-called minorities, and the middle belt are not minorities, because we've done some statistics, they're up to 40 million people. They're one of the largest groups in this country. As a group, let these people have the right to choose through a referendum which region they want to belong to.
Did you hear that? Why I said, if you are in IPOB, you must pat yourself on the back. You are formidable. He used the word referendum. So the middle belt, what they're angling for now is a referendum to determine if they want to be with the Fulani-controlled Janjaweed core north, by which I mean the Sharia north or not. Who brought referendum into the debate? Political debate and discourse in the zoo. It is IPOB. Are you listening to it? That is a point I want to make reference to. And you must be very patient and listen to it. You must be patient and listen to what is happening, because this Fulani journalist or Fulanized journalist, you opened her mouth to say what I've always wanted them to say. Basically, she hanged herself. Listen carefully.
So people that want to come together, that believe in the secular order of the state, that believe in humanity, that believe in social justice, can come together. Those who want to introduce the Wahhabi ideology from Saudi Arabia are free to do so, chopping people's heads and chopping their arms. That should be their goddamn business. But people who want to live in a civilized community should be free to come together in their own region, under their own government and their own laws.
It's very interesting you use the word civilized. Some people will say they take exception to that, because for them, Sharia is civilization, and they don't see anything wrong with it. Some countries have practiced it successfully.
I've told of Wahhabi ideology from Saudi Arabia. That is barbaric and totally...
with due respect, it is. They're allowed to choose whatever.
It is very barbaric. They have no rights with women.
But you cannot condemn what they have chosen. It is.
You cannot condemn what they have chosen. Are you listening? This woman is saying you cannot condemn what they have chosen. Why don't you allow us as well to choose if we want to live that way or not? She's from China's television. That's how they hang themselves. And she's an intellectual. Do you see the way they behave? Do you see the way they are? They know that referendum is the way to go. If the Fulani can choose to behave, to live with Wahhabi tendencies, that is their business. Also, allow me to live in the land of Biafra the way I want to live. And they're saying no. That is why you have Fulani in your bushes. That's why you have the Janjaweed in your forest. They're raping your mothers, abducting your sisters, killing your grandparents. And there is nothing you can do about it, because you are in one damnable zoological republic. The more you call yourself a Nigerian, the more you're setting up yourself for destruction. If in doubt, go and ask the Habe Hausas. They are being killed today. If you're in doubt, go and ask those in the middle belt, the white people that are being killed today. Why? Because they allowed them to come in. So all of you like Hope Uzadema. Okay, we shall see. We shall see. That is why Sheikh Gumi can come out to brazenly and shamelessly justify the killing and raping of women and children by his own people, the bandit sheikh. Have you seen the video of those, I call them fools in the army, Christian fools in the army praying in Sambisa forest? The same Sheikh Gumi that they are fighting for. They're in Sambisa, they are Christians from the south and middle belt fighting a war to keep Sheikh Gumi safe with his family. The same Sheikh Gumi turned around and said that and told bandits who are killing people and kidnapping school children, oh, don't worry, those killing you are Christians in the army. Nigerian, one Nigeria. Nobody has arrested him. The man you heard his voice a few minutes ago, my Lafia, they invited him to come to DSS for questioning. Sheikh Gumi opened, he's a Nigerian, no? He is a revered, the learned Sheikh. People are so daft because a Yoruba newspaper said you should call him, he's revered. That's why you're calling him a revered Sheikh. He said that those killing them are Christians and soldiers from the south. A sheikh in the zoo, negotiating for money to, so when they give money to these bandits, he will share with them. And he's a one Nigerian. He's an intellectual, so to speak. Because I call him a learned sheikh. A black man doing sheikh in Africa. Not in Saudi Arabia, not in the UAE, not in the Arabian Peninsula. He's doing sheikh in Uguzo or in Kotangora. Mad people everywhere. Ndiara, Jupiter Benine. Sheikh Abubakar Mahmoud Gumi is angry that Nigerian soldiers of Christian, should I say, of Christian lineage, so to speak, or leaning, are killing bandits. Or killing Boko Haram, not bandits. Nobody can touch bandits. He's not happy about it. Same as the late dead Buhari. And you are in one country with them. These are your fellow Nigerians. All of you Nigerian animals, these are your fellow Nigerians, yeah? My fellow Nigerians, you have seen them. Bandits should be pampered. Oh my goodness. My goodness. They messed people up, didn't they? The North got together with Britain. They constructed a document that handed power in perpetuity to the Fulani. And that's it. All the Hausas get from it is by an appendage to attach their name to Fulani. The only thing they gain is answering in the past to Hausa Fulani. They are suffering today. They're killing them too. And we have reason enough to say enough is enough. And they're saying no to it. And that is why they have failed and will continue to fail. Even today, do you know Baki people in Abuja that was that own Abuja? When we said to them that the army is helping the terrorists to take over people's land, some of you did not listen. Don't push us to violence for those who are complaining. If you are not violent, I'm saying in the word, so the world can hear me. If you are not violent, Fulani terrorists will use violence to rape your mother, cut up your father, abduct your sisters, and take over your land. If you call self-defense violence, that is your business. That is your very limited and idiotic understanding of what it's all about. They have come. This is not Biafran, so these are baggy people from Abuja. They call Gwari. Don't push us to violence. Federal Capital Territory communities won Nigerian army over land. Nigerian army will come, use their uniform, use the equipment they got from Britain, from USA, from Germany, meant to fight Boko Haram, to be grabbing land for terrorists. Nigerian army. That's what they want to do in Olo. Because we drove Fulanis away from Olo, they came in to reinstate them in our land. And of course, we said no. I don't know how else you want these things explained to you. I don't know how else you want to understand this. What we are saying is as clear as daylight. As clear as daylight, you can see it very clearly. But some of you have chosen to ignore, not some of you, I think everybody now realize that there is no way ahead unless the IPOB way, referendum and disintegration. Then people can decide where they wish to belong. They're taking land from Gwari people. They claim it's the North. You know all that myth about North, have we not shattered it? Shatter is gone. But that North is gone, rubbish. Now everybody to your tent, oh Israel, needs now Fulani. No more North. Yeah, you telling me that the North is one that Gwari people are complaining that army they're using army van, army uniform to take land from people to give to terrorists from Senegal, from Mali, from Niger. In your so-called one Nigeria, and you're a Nigerian, and you're proud to be a Nigerian. People with such mindset, we are those that allowed the white man to come in to take over our land. And have you all read the report? Have you all read it? Are people tried anyway? A plane crashed in Abuja. The U.S. ambassador wrote a goodwill message to Nigeria. That same ambassador is there, and the army is attacking Olo. She never said anything. UK the same thing. Because they know who we are. More than we do ourselves. They know who we are. They don't want Biafra to come. They represent darkness. They want darkness to prevail. They want you to be unemployed. They want our women to be going about and being useless by these idiots. They want you to be riding Okada after having your PhD. The British High Commissioner and the USA ambassador, that is all they do. They want you to continue to suffer. They give them money from the zoo. They bribe them. Who says a white person doesn't take bribe? They take bribe even more than black people. US ambassador taking money from Nigeria not to speak the truth. You're commiserating with them over the death of murderers who died in a plane crash, and many of them, many more will die. Come and bomb Bolu again. One of your planes will also go down. All of you will die. You have not learned anything yet. Those that confronted IPOB, all of them, from Buhari to the last one, where are they today? To Junaid Buhari, they're all dead. You confront this great family, you will die in the process of it. U.S. ambassador is a woman. And in life, I used to think that women are more, they have more empathy. They're like mothers, you know. And they feel they have that motherly, compassionate feeling for the suffering of humanity. They sent a British High Commissioner who is a woman, a US ambassador who is a woman, and these two people are just there. Even under their watch, the slaughter and killing of the innocent has tripled. Plane crash. So you want to commiserate, so your money will keep flowing. The US ambassador, I'm talking to you, so your money will keep coming. A white person who is compromised. You come to Africa, wretched, poor Africa. You take bribe from a very corrupt government in order to sweep human rights abuses under the carpet. And you are an ambassador. Is that your job? Is that what you can? They posted you to Nigeria to be collecting money and watching people being slaughtered by terrorists? Let me hear any of you again talk nonsense about Boko Haram or say we are going to provide support to help fight Boko Haram. That she never said anything when people bomb fighter jet and helicopter gunships came to Olo. They know where the bandits are in the north. They never went to the bandits in the north. They're in Olu killing innocent people. And you as an ambassador, you said nothing. Absolutely nothing. And you're an ambassador. An ambassador. There is heavy gunshot and explosion in Maiduguri. Hey, hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. Anybody, if you're a Biafran, you're in the north, if you die there, you are a necessary casualty in this effort. Because only an idiot will be there. The Fulanis are killing Hausa, they are so-called Hausa Fulani. How about you? Stay in the north. They said there's a breaking news coming out now. Odum Nkechineke is writing on Facebook, the explosions and gunshots in Maiduguri now. People are revolting everywhere. In office. I told you, you see Somalia? So some of you will be begging for visa to go to Somalia. You beg for visa. And so Somalia will say no. That's how evil, that's how bad Nigeria will become. How many years ago did I warn you? You thought it's a joke. People don't know what. I thought if you know what is good for you, just quietly give me Biafra, let me go. If you keep saying no, 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 no,